Welcome, Happy New Year. We'll begin by reading the Gospel from today's liturgy according to St. Mark. After the 5,000 had eaten and were satisfied, Jesus made his disciples get into the boat and preceded him to the other side, toward Bethsaida, while he dismissed the crowd. And when he had taken leave of them, he went off on the mountain to pray. And when it was evening, the boat was far out to sea, and he went along the shore. Then he saw that they were tossed about while rowing, for the wind was against them. About the fourth watch of the night, he came towards them walking on the sea. He meant to pass them by. But when they saw him walking on the sea, they thought it was a ghost and cried out. They had all seen him and were terrified. But at once he spoke with them. "Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid." He got into the boat with them, and the wind died down. They were completely astounded. They had not understood the incident of the loaves. On the contrary, their hearts were hardened. The Gospel of the Lord. It strikes me that just a few hours before this incident that's depicted in the Gospel, the disciples in the boat were with Jesus. They had been with him for days, weeks. They had seen him perform so many miracles, curing, feeding, raising from the dead, giving sight to the blind. And all of a sudden, they're alone. They don't really know where he is in a specific way. They know he's nearby. And they have this surprised upsetment of the lake, and they were rowing in some stress, I presume. And there was no Jesus. And as he's walking on the water, which is sort of a miracle as far as I'm concerned, they didn't recognize him. And I thought to myself, I wonder how many times Jesus has walked by me in a sense. And because I have a fixed image of him in mind, it may be of a miracle worker, a magician of some sort. It may be someone who is indifferent to my needs because my prayers never seem to be answered. He may be a teacher to whom I look to get answers. I have so many categories, and I never really focus enough, I think, on the fact that the one image that Jesus projects in his teaching over and over again is one of relationship, of friendship, that he is all of the things I think he is. He is, in a sense, a magician. He can perform miracles beyond my ability to imagine. And at the same time, he loves me. He wants to walk the journey with me. And he's not going to make magic, but rather help me through the difficult times. And I would like the shortcut. I would like the easy way. I would like, if he would, to lift me over the difficulties. And when I look back in my life, in my relationship with him, I see that always, or almost always, he simply walks me through it. He guides me. And then in my relationship, even deeper than that, do I ever listen to him as a companion, as a friend, as someone who loves me? Or do I frame it always in, are you doing what I want, the way I want it? It's embarrassing to me once in a while to come up with that realization that I can be a user. I can look to the person, not only Jesus, but my friends, my family. And the strain we used to use a lot was, what have you done for me lately? That's the idea. And of course, Jesus' teaching is always, well, what have you done for me? Witnessing to my people, to my friends, to my companions, to those people who you're one of the sheep. And if you understand that, then witness to me in helping them and in turn, you'll receive what you're looking for. Life is not easy. He reveals himself always as in our life. He is going to carry us through from beginning to end. And that's the challenge of love. It's something that takes required prayer, reflection. I need to be open, but above all, I have to listen. I need to have silence in my life in some way. I don't mean become a mute in any kind of that term, but rather to be occasionally receptive to what God might be saying and try to calm the waters of my own upsetment, my mind, my emotions. Looking around the day, perhaps today, and there may be so many problems. What do I do about them? How do I solve them? How do I get rid of them? And maybe the answer is, relax, trust me, you know who I am. Let me guide you through it, and then listen. But the answer never comes immediately. I had an occasion a few days ago, and I was running around. Well, I wasn't running, but I was walking around on a walker. But the point is, I was going from point A to point B. And I thought to myself, I wonder if I ever listen. It just struck me. And I had said prayer in the morning, but I was busy. And all of a sudden, I'm walking up a flight of stairs in the middle of nowhere, and this stream of communication came to me. I don't mean it was a vision of any kind, but certain things that I was concerned about became clear. And I stopped when I got to the top of the stairs, and I said, I just think I got an answer from yesterday's prayer. And it's kind of amusing in a way. You got to fit my schedule, Lord. I'm a busy person. You got to help me. I'm troubled. You got to do this. You got to do that. And I'm so caught up in telling Jesus how to be God that I never listen to what God is saying to me. And it's always in love. And it's always clearer. It doesn't solve the problem. Walking me through it doesn't mean lifting over. It means facing it, dealing with it. It may be making sacrifice, but then the realization that I'm never alone, that the Lord, who is the master, is also the friend. As he says in the gospel, you know who I am. Do not be troubled. I will take you through it. And for that, we can be grateful. I hope you continue to pray for one another. I hope you stay safe and that you and your family are well this new year. God bless.